blue ticket and you're here for your free gift, everybody squeeze on up in here. We're going to allow everyone to still shop around us or park your car appropriately. We're going to allow everyone to continue to shop. Good afternoon, everyone. Is everyone here for your free gift? And you all have blue tickets. Does anyone need a blue ticket right now? All right, folks. Welcome to Sam's Club. My name is Steve. I work for a company named Hessler Worldwide. In case you're joining us for the first time, each adult member will be receiving a free paring knife today. Now, folks, these are super sharp, so management has asked that everyone please keep these in the box until after we've left Sam's Club. Can I get everyone to say, okay?
Okay.
Great. Can I get anyone to say thank you when you get your new knife?
Thank you.
Awesome. You folks are great. Folks, I'm just making sure that I'm putting pointy objects in the friendly hands today. Now, I'm going to ask you to thanks a little bit differently today. I'm going to introduce a brand new product into the club. I promise I'm going to be lightning fast. So, now make sure you get your free gift so you can get back to your great day of shopping. Folks, this is the Gourmet Series knife. Does anyone recall years ago that commercial where they cut that can in half with a knife? Does anyone here own that knife? The reason I ask is this knife comes with a lifetime guarantee in writing, which states if anything happens to this knife, if it gets bent, broken, or goes dull, we will replace it absolutely free for your entire length of your lifetime. That means, in real terms, ma'am, if you're cutting down them rose bushes in the garden with it, and sir, you ran over it with the lawnmower twice already. Ma'am, you dropped it in the garbage disposal and you hit that switch. Hey, accidents happen. This is real life. We just want to make sure you always have a sharp knife in your kitchen. How many would say that's a pretty good guarantee to have on a knife right there? How many of you'd like to have that guarantee on your car? Would that make life a little bit easier? All right, folks, I assume that everyone here has knives in your kitchen, and I bet you got one that looks just like this. Maybe it has a black handle or a wooden handle. I like to call this Old Faithful. What's the first thing that happens to our old knives in the kitchen? They go dull, exactly. It won't come thing in the kitchen anymore, will it? Next thing you know, the handle gets a crack or gets broken. If you have knives at home like this, folks, when you get back, throw those straight into the trash can. Let me tell you why. Germs and bacteria will always grow and move in these handles, particularly over the years, and it can come back out on your food. Folks, let's say you're cutting some raw chicken, you turn around, wash that knife, and you turn back around and you cut some birthday cake. We're just moving those germs. Not this knife. This is solid stainless steel, tip to tip, will never bend, break, crack, or go dull, and it's a lot more sanitary. Has anybody ever tried to cut a tomato with a dull knife? Now, how's that work out for you? It doesn't. I see you smiling and shaking your head. What about Old Faithful? Is Old Faithful going to work for me? No, you're just like me in the kitchen. You're going to give it a try, but Old Faithful, just one day it'll putter out. I'm going to stab it, saw at it. Next thing you know, I've got a big old wad of tomato and tomato juice all over the counter. Folks, this knife will always stay sharp. Just use the weight of that blade to push right through that slice. Whether you like to slice it up thick or you like to slice it thin, this knife will always stay sharp. And it's a lot safer to have a sharp knife in the kitchen versus dull ones. How about something soft like bread? What kind of knife would I use to cut bread? A bread knife, that's right. These are great questions. How about Old Faithful? Is that going to work out for me? Nope. What's going to happen? I'm just going to squash that bread real good, ain't I? Well, then I'm going to take 10 minutes doing the accordion dance, trying to stretch that bread pack open just to get a little bit of butter on that thing. Folks, this is 3 knives in one. It's a slicer, it's a bread knife, and it's a carving knife. If you notice, it has a cute little bitty fork right on the tip of it right there. That's for when you're slicing up your ham, chicken, turkey, or brisket. Pick it up with that little fork, roll that slice around in the gravy, and put it right there on the serving plate. That's great for flipping hot meat on the grill, too. That's 3 knives in one, a slicing bread knife and a carving knife. But you remember that commercial years ago, they tried to convince us that that knife was so sharp that they could actually cut through an aluminum can. Well, today I'm going to cut something a lot harder than aluminum, harder than bone, harder than anything frozen in your freezer. You just might say that it's hard as a hammer. Sir, would you please let us know if that hammer is real? That's a real hammer, folks. Let's give a round of applause for our hammer expert. Thank you for joining us today. Now, I'm going to use the full length of this blade to cut into this steel hammer. Folks, please don't try this at home. You'll end up with a butter knife pretty quickly. Now, you don't have time to watch me sit here and cut a hammer in half. This is not a hacksaw, it's a carving knife. You folks need to hurry up and get your free gift so you can get back shopping. The reason that I'm doing this is to show you that no matter what I or you do to this knife, it will always stay sharp. Can you folks see those metal shavings on that napkin right there? That's coming from the hammer. That's not coming from the knife. Now, you folks can applaud for that if you feel like it. I assume that everyone here loves to shop in bulk because the last time I checked my watch, we were standing in Sam's Club. Folks, what happens to those large frozen pieces of meat? They just slam down on the counter, and you're thinking, I only want to use half or even a quarter of it. Well, with the Gourmet series, you cut what you need, you put the rest back into the freezer. What happens to that meat after we try to eat it for 3 days and you got a lot left? Where does it go? Straight to the trash can, that's right, unless you have a yard full of chickens. Our knife will cut ham bones, lamb bones, chicken bones, and turkey bones. It's going to cut your ribs and it's going to cut your steaks. If it cuts through a steel hammer and it cuts through wood, it definitely, positively, absolutely will cut anything frozen in your freezer. Once again, you cut what you need, you put it back into the freezer. But the true test is my knife still sharp? Well, just like the first time that I pulled this knife out of the box, it'll always stay sharp. Next week, next year, 5, 10, 20 years from now, this will always deliver beautiful slices each and every time. Folks, but the best thing about it is that it comes with a lifetime guarantee in writing, which states if my knife ever gets broken or goes dull, they will replace it absolutely free. How many here would say that's a terrific knife right there? All right, I love your enthusiasm. But you know what I'd like to hear that $1 million question right now. You know which one I'm talking about. How much is it and how can I get me one? I'm glad you asked that. Folks, let's talk about the money. If you go online right now, you'll find a knife very similar to ours. It has a black handle. Folks, you'll pay $89.95 plus $6.95 for shipping and handling. You'll wonder where that knife is 3 or 4 weeks later. Today, we're partnered with Sam's Club to bring all the members a great knife. Folks, when you take this knife home with you today, you will pay $69.98. I can't do anything about that price. That's Sam's nationally advertised price. But the reason that I'm here today is to bring you folks a great deal. So I want to present you with a lot more value for your money. When you take this knife home today, I'll also include this second carving knife absolutely free. Hey, that's good for the price of one, or $120 worth of value for $69.98. Some folks like to hold the meat with one while you carve with the other, or you can hold on to one knife, take that second knife, stick it in a pineapple, wrap a bow around it, and give it to somebody that you love as a gift. They'll always enjoy it for a lifetime because it's got that guarantee, and hey, you paid for it. Now, each adult member here will be receiving here in just a second this free paring knife. Folks, this is from me to you for you donating a couple minutes of your time today, and I thank each and every one of you. Now, I'll also include 2 stainless steel tip-to-tip paring knives. These are great for snacks, cheeses, fruits, other stuff like that. These have a $20 value each, are included with your knife today. Real fast, that's $60, $120, $140, $160 worth of lifetime guaranteed knives for $69.98. How many would say that's a pretty good deal? It really is. But how many of us shop Sam's for great deals? We all do, right? Including myself. Let's make it a great deal. When you take these 4 knives home today, I will also include this beautiful 7-inch chef's knife. Folks, this is your workhorse in the kitchen. Use it for your slicing, dicing, cutting all your peppers, onions, and herbs. This has a great little bit of weight to it. You can use it like a cleaver. This has a $60 value, is included with your knife today, absolutely free. Now I've got one more knife. Can anyone please tell me what this is? Fillet knife or bone knife. Cut the fat off the chicken, the meat off the bone, or fillet of fish. This has a lot of bit of flexibility to it, and it's extremely sharp. Let me show you how sharp it is, folks. I'm going to use that flex to my advantage, and I'm going to actually sit here and make this tomato pop right out of the skin with one hand. Now, I want to show you what separates our knives from the rest. I will now fillet the fillet. I encourage you to try this with your knives at home. Please be very careful, folks. I promise that you're going to come back looking for these. Let's see if I can get that thing apart right there. Folks, look at that. That's a pretty thin slice right there. That's a $60 value. Comes with your knife set today, which brings it to $60, $120, $180, $240 to $60, $280 worth of lifetime guaranteed knives for $69.98. How many would say that is a great deal right there? All right, folks, I see the pearly whites. You're smiling. You know, I want to make that smile a little bit bigger, ear to ear. I've got one more thing I'd like to introduce to you. Do we have any coffee drinkers in here today? Myself included. Maybe I've had one too many. Maybe I need one more. Folks, introducing the new Robo-Whisk solid surgical stainless steel. Here's how it works. I'll get a third cup of warm milk. I'm going to hit it with the Robo-Whisk. I'm going to push that handle up and down, and it's going to mix it like a pro. Once I have that milk frothed up, I can add my coffee, or I can put tea there instead, sprinkle some chocolate, or a little bit of cinnamon, and now I have a drink that rivals Starbucks. But the best thing is I didn't pay $7 or $8 for each cup that I would like to enjoy, making myself at home. And you can have as many as you like, folks. That's a $30 value of the Robo-Whisk. It's also great for professional pancakes, scrambled eggs, anything that you whisk with a fork. You can use this Robo-Whisk. And you know what everyone's favorite always is? It's chocolate milk. $30 value. That brings your set to over $300 worth of value for $69.98. Folks, here's the bad news. You won't find these on any shelf in the store today. We partnered with Sam's Club to bring all the members a great deal. When you open this box, the first thing that you're going to see is in writing that lifetime guarantee, which says this will be the last set of knives you'll ever need. You don't like sharpening knives, you don't want to buy new knives, you need to clean out your drawer and have a garage sale with all these old faithfuls so you can replace it with the last set of knives you'll ever need. Now, folks, you're not buying these from me. You're buying them from Sam's Club. You'll put it in your cart, enjoy the rest of your day shopping, take it to the register. You can even use Scan and Go. All Sam's store policies still apply. Now, real quick before I hand out your free gift, we've had several members ask us to please build a set of knives that are actually steak knives. So here it is, 8 beautiful serrated blades, the same blade we used to cut the hammer, we cut the wood with. Folks, this set retails for $140. You can actually get it on sale today while I'm in the club for $69.98. You can have both sets for less than $140. Folks, if you know someone that loves to cook or you work 2 jobs so you deserve to have the best, folks, this will be the last set of knives you need. We've got Christmas around the corner. There's anniversaries, birthdays. One more quick thing before I hand out your free gift, folks. I've got one more bit of really, really great news for you. And that news is I am all done. Give yourselves a round of applause. I want to thank you all for joining me. Now, real quick, get those blue tickets ready. But first, I'm going to ask if anybody would like me to provide a little bit of curbside service. I will come around and hand you a box of the last set of knives you ever need. If you want to examine these knives, you may do so very carefully. Okay, folks, I'm coming around. Who would like a set of knives personally delivered?